Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at La Berge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
The biggest sale of the year is happening right now during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda. For a limited time, make no payments for 90 days on every new Honda. That's right, you choose and make no payments for 90 days at Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer, Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Few things in life are as valuable as family and peace of mind, especially when it comes to your final arrangements. And that's where Dignity Memorial can help. Our prepaid funeral plans make sure that your life will be remembered exactly the way you want it to. At Dignity Memorial, no detail is too large or too small. Call Lee Serio at 225-315-6329. That's 315-6329. Dignity Memorial, the peace of mind your family deserves.
Visit Treads & Care Tire Company's new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for over 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair and top-notch customer service.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
As we start another week of the Clarence Buggs Show, here's hoping all is well with you and yours in your little slice of South Louisiana heaven. Since the last opportunity, we had spend some time with you and yours roughly a week ago. We start today's show, as we typically do, with Louisiana news. And of course, as you well know, with the advent of the Memorial Day weekend, it also means that it is time to start preparing for hurricane season. Listen, I get it. I know that is not what you want to hear right now, but the fact of the matter is, living in South Louisiana, that is something that we have to prepare for. As a result, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, more commonly known to us who follow this sort of stuff as NOAA, has released their prediction for the upcoming hurricane season. Forecasters at NOAA are predicting a, quote, near normal hurricane season this year. There is a 40% chance, according to NOAA, of a near normal season, a 30% chance of an above normal season, and a 30% chance of a below normal season. I don't know about you guys and girls, but I know which number I'll be pulling for. They are forecasting, as we speak, up to 17 named storms this year. Only 5 to 9 of the 17 are predicted to become hurricanes. NOAA also says that there could be up to 4 major hurricanes during this upcoming hurricane season. The, quote, upcoming Atlantic hurricane season is expected to be less active than in recent years due to competing factors, some that suppress storm development and some that fuel it, driving this year's overall forecast for a near normal season. Obviously, guys, girls, it is never too early to get your game plan together. Living in South Louisiana, Texas, Mississippi, Florida, Alabama, the Carolinas, we all know this time of year, every year, there's the possibility that you may well be staring down the barrel of Mother Nature's wrath. So, I say all this to say, starting now, actually you should have started before now, but I understand how the hectic pace of life catches up with people on occasion. Every time you go to the grocery store, pick up a few extra non-perishable items. Get these things stockpiled so that in the event that you do find yourself in that scenario, you won't be one of those folks that are stuck in the long, long line at your local big box retailer, community grocery store, whatever. Avoid the rush. Get all of this out of the way now. And hopefully, what's the old adage? Word to the wise should be sufficient. Hopefully, you won't find yourself in that particular bind when hurricane season kicks itself into high gear. In other local news, you may have heard recently Baton Rouge Mayor Sharon Weston Broome coming out and saying that the average person in Baton Rouge should feel safe from crime. Listen, y'all, I know the mayor. I met her when she first moved to Baton Rouge some 40 years ago. But Mayor, you need to get out more. You need to talk with people, average John and Jane Q. Baton Rougean, around the parish of East Baton Rouge. And I understand where you're going with this. It is typically individuals that affiliate themselves with others who may be dabbling in criminal behavior. Those are the ones that typically you find being victimized by crime. But the fact of the matter is, and it is a simple reality, on any given day, at any given moment, you might find yourself in the midst of a harrowing situation. Meanwhile, after all of this was released to the public, the decrease in homicides, Baton Rouge Police Chief Murphy Paul, showing his frustration recently at a press conference, saying the following, and I quote, "I get sick and tired of hearing from my police officers that we're dealing with the same individuals over and over. And I'm talking facts. I'm talking about people arrested for shootings. Facts. At least two appear. We have to stop these violent criminals who are continuing to terrorize our neighborhoods out on the streets. If we just focus on them, we could reduce crime another 20%. There has to be more accountability. More than 4,000 felony arrests last year. Now, how many of them do you think are still walking the streets? Do a story on that." You know, a few years back, I caught all sorts of heat for my stance on this. Remember, it went before the voters of East Baton Rouge. We had the opportunity to vote on a tax that would build a brand new parish prison to hold the people that have exhibited over and over again that they are not willing or able or capable of living by the rules of a civilized society. Y'all drug me through the mud. I can't believe you advocating for a new jail, a bigger jail. Well, how is that working out for us right about now? The fact of the matter is, y'all, there are people walking our streets that have no accountability. They thumb their nose at the law. And the fact of the matter is, being a man of color, I know full well that it is the community of color that is victimized the most by crime. Listen, y'all, I don't care if you're black, white, red, yellow, purple, polka dot, whatever. If you cannot or will not abide by the laws of a civilized society, we need to have some place to put these folks, someplace secure to keep them away from the law-abiding citizens. Every freaking time you turn around in Baton Rouge, there's another shooting. Every time you turn around, there's another murder. And a large portion of this is due to the perception that these people have. Well, there's a good possibility if I do this, I'll get away with it. Or, well, there's a good possibility if I do this and get caught, I'll be home in time for dinner. This ain't working, y'all. I'm sorry, English teachers, I didn't give y'all the heads up that this was coming. 3, 2, 1. This ain't working. It's not working. And the fact of the matter is, until we take the bull by the horns, we're going to be stuck with what comes out of the other end of the bull. You can figure that out for yourself. You like that one, Dal? Thank you, my friend. It's a simple equation, y'all. It's a very simple equation. You have to have accountability, pure and simple. And for those that are of the opinion that, well, we can't do this because of your feelings or whatever, here's a question. When did your feelings carry more weight than my constitutionally guaranteed rights? When did that happen? Here's what you got to understand, y'all. Feelings are just that. It's what rattles around in your head. That may change tomorrow. It may change this evening. It may change tomorrow. My rights that are constitutionally guaranteed don't change. And that is where the emphasis needs to be. I have a right to be protected from people who will not abide by the laws of a civilized society. I've got a right to that. And you and all your precious little feelings, it's a family show. I can't tell you what I really think, but I think you can fill in the blank. Just an observation. Just an observation. We're going to break a little bit early for the first break, because when we come back, you know what it is, right? Second segment, Tuesday show. In response to the ever-growing level of stupidity in our country, it is time for yet another illustrious edition of Now That's Just Stupid. That's next, when we continue the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin Gallagher. This is Roy Fletcher. We hope you'll join us for Fletch Nation, especially if you like talking politics.
Hey, come and join us. We'll give you the information, and then we'll give you the context. And by the way, we'll give you fun, too.
Lots of fun. We hit the local races, the state. We even look at what's going on all across America. And by the way, this space is available. If you'd like to talk about advertising, send your emails to Roy Fletcher at royfletcher.com and join us every week here on the Pelican for Fletch Nation.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
The season of inspiration is the perfect time to discover the enhanced Mazda CX-5, named a 2022 IIHS Safety Pick Plus Award winner, its highest safety award honor. Choose from over 45 CX-5s available at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda on Airline.
Hi, gang. Clarence Buggs here, inviting you to come by Old School Barbecue, 10655 Coursey Boulevard, where we tape the show live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 11 o'clock. Come by and feast on news, sports, current events, love of God and country, and lots of common sense, along with some of the best barbecue anywhere on the planet. 10655 Coursey Boulevard, Old School Barbecue, home of the Clarence Buggs Show.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. If you, by chance, have just discovered the show, you may not be aware that the second segment every Tuesday we dedicate to the ever-increasing level of stupidity in our country. Now, we're not talking regular STUPID. As the graphic on the screen shows you, the level of stupidity we're talking about requires that we have a new word with its own spelling. STOOPID, as in, now that's just stupid. We start with United Airlines. Recently, the Fly the Friendly Skies people had a big old to-do to unveil the new uniforms for their flight attendants and the airline crew. And of course, they went on and on and on about how it looks futuristic. It looks kind of like the Star Trek uniforms. Until they got to the point where they showed us that in addition to the new uniforms, there are new name badges that have the wearer's preferred pronouns. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. I get the sneaking suspicion that the overwhelming majority of my fellow Americans are just like me. If you think that because you have on a Star Trek looking uniform, you have a beard thicker than mine, and lipstick and mascara, if you think I'm going to call you ma'am, you are sorely mistaken. You are sorely mistaken. Listen, y'all, I make no bones about the fact I'm old school. This proves it. I'm old school. And the fact of the matter is, recorded human history, 2,000 years worth, all of the brightest minds that the human species has ever produced, Einstein, Galileo, go down the list, they all knew there's male and female. But all of a sudden now, over the last 2 years, folks on the left, progressives, they now all of a sudden know better than the brightest minds the human species has ever had, all of our recorded history, but all of a sudden now, they know better than everybody else. I'm going to tell y'all right now. Number one, I will not be flying United Airlines. Number two, in the unlikely event that I do, y'all gonna probably hear about me on the news. Local man flying United Airlines refuses to use preferred pronouns. You damn right. Yes, sir. All day, every day. Enough's enough, y'all. If that is what you want to do in your life, it's America. Have at it. But if you think for 1 second, I'm going to kowtow to you and the rest of the LGBTQ, MNOP, XYZ, whatever the hell they are today, you got another thing coming, Hoss. Pure and simple. You got another thing coming. If you want to entertain these mentally deficient fantasies in your mind, well, that's on you. I've told you countless times. I've never actually seen it, but I'm sure, I am 100% certain, buried deep in the bowels of the United States Constitution is the line that says, it's America. You got a right to be a moron. You can be a moron. I don't have a problem with that. My problem comes in when you think you are going to bully or force me to buy in to that fantasy. Ain't happening, Hoss. It ain't happening. So when you see local newsman kicked off United Airlines flight for refusing to use preferred pronouns, you don't even have to read the article. You can just say, yep, that's Clarence. That's him. No, that's stupid. Secondly, why don't people just leave? Recently, there is a restaurant in Texas where every single day during the lunch hour, they play the national anthem. And of course, being in Texas, the great patriots and Americans that they are, everybody stands for it. Well, recently, this unfolded, and folks on the left, the liberals, the Democrats, the progressives, lost their freaking minds. Let me read you some of the things that were tweeted from those on the left who happened to be in this restaurant. Quote, "This looks like a scene out of a horror movie." Well, why didn't you just leave? You stayed and ate, and then you went on social media to talk about it was a horror movie. Another on TikTok, dining at the time, quote, "By far the most dangerous situation I've ever been in." Like I said, you can't make this stuff up. Another posted on social media, "I hated it there so much." Why didn't you leave? It's a real simple proposition. But you ever notice the difference between liberals and conservatives? Liberals want to make everybody else as miserable as they are. Conservatives, on the other hand, have a whole different approach. You sat your sorry behind right there and ate the meal, and then you couldn't wait to run and get on social media. Oh, it's like being in a horror movie. Now you know what we're dealing with. Finally, speaking of you can't make this stuff up. Remember recently, the NAACP came out and issued a travel advisory to people that look like me, saying, y'all need to stay away from Florida. They are openly hostile to African Americans. Okay. So this weekend, Memorial Day holiday in Chicago, 51 people shot. 51. 9 of them fatally. What do you think the odds are that the NAACP is going to come out and warn black people to stay away from Chicago? That's rhetorical. We all know the answer. We all know the answer. You don't have to rattle your brain to try to figure this one out. But it would seem to me, Chicago, Florida, which one is more hostile to black people? Yeah, but Clarence, you got to understand, them black people killing black people. So if the NAACP is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People, by the way, just occurred to me, when are they going to change their name? Shouldn't it now be the NAAPC? And it's not what you think. National Association for the Advancement of People of Color. Right now, the greatest impediment to a black person in Chicago is another black person. Y'all thinking it. You just don't have the guts to say it. That's where I come in. That's where I come in. Y'all don't have the guts to say it. You think it. Your mama thinking it, your daddy thinking it, all of your friends are thinking it, but y'all too scared for whatever reason to say anything about it. Not me. That's my job, and I take it serious. Because at the end of the day, I will not have you accuse me of being STOOPID. Stupid. I got to take a second, y'all, and tell y'all about our newest sponsor of the Clarence Buggs Show. You know, life is an amazing thing. If God blesses you to live long enough, it's inevitable that you're going to encounter things that put it all in perspective for you. I shared with you recently, I had a most unfortunate experience a couple weeks ago. There was an individual, Mr. Brazier, that just about all of North Baton Rouge knew. He died in a horrific pedestrian accident. It so happened I was the very first person on scene. I was the one that called 911 to get EMS, fire department, police out to investigate this horrific incident. And it put in perspective for me how life is so fragile these days. Every morning you wake up anticipating what you're going to do that day, never realizing that this might be your last day on this earth. It might be your last hour. Because life being such as it is, you never know. The second you walk out of your door could be your last second. That's where Lee Serio and the great folks at Dignity Memorial can help. Prepaid funeral plans so that you don't have to worry if when I walk out of this door, if I don't come back, I know my family is going to be spared the emotional trauma of having at the last second to put a funeral together. It's already paid for. It's already planned. That's one less thing for me to worry about. Additionally, some of you might be saying, well, Clarence, I got enough life insurance to take care of that. Well, I'm happy for you, but here's something to consider. That money is supposed to be for your family and their needs. Don't let $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 that should be going to your family, don't let that be used for your funeral services. It's supposed to help your family. Listen, y'all, call Lee Serio, 225-315-6329. 315-6329, area code 225. Get the peace of mind that you cannot put a price tag on. And all I ask, when at the end of the conversation you go, oh man, I feel so much better about this now, do your buddy Clarence a favor, will you? Let Lee and the good folks at Dignity Memorial know that you heard about him right here on the Clarence Buggs Show. Bottom of the hour break. When we come back, yesterday was Memorial Day. And I have come away being so very, 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 very inspired by my American community. We'll talk about that when we continue today's edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
You could be driving. Now's the time to save on new Accords during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda of Acadiana. Get our lowest prices and biggest savings on our largest selection of Accords this year. Hurry in and save during Happy Honda Days at Team Honda of Acadiana, I-49 just south of Opelousas.
Hi, I'm Katie, Operation Manager here at Old School Barbecue. We're excited about all of the changes here at Old School, and we'd like to invite everyone to come out and enjoy some delicious barbecue at Old School prices. We feature brisket, chicken, ribs, sausage, and the Boss Hog pulled pork sandwich voted best deal in town. We also have live music Friday and Saturday from 7 to 10 p.m. 10655 Coursey Boulevard. We can't wait to see you.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Caught spiders? Premier Pest Services.
Welcome back to the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. As you well know, we are on the backside of honoring our nation's fallen heroes. Memorial Day yesterday, where we take the time to pay tribute to those in our armed forces that made the ultimate sacrifice, left to defend this country, and did not return home. It is a very sobering reminder that the freedoms, liberties, and rights that we enjoy in this country should never be taken lightly. Transition that to, Marty, help me out, and Dal, maybe you can chime in on this as well. When was the last year that we had the draft in America. 74, 73, I want to say 1973, 1974. But this weekend confirmed for me, very inspirationally, I might add, that there is a new army in America. And we are very rapidly mobilizing to fight what has become blatantly clear is a war in this country. It is not typically what you think of when you think of a war. Marty, Amy just walked by you. You're a big help, dude. Thank you. Just walked by you. She's fast. This is not the typical war scenario that you think of. But it is an army that has been mobilized to fight this war. Bud Light, as you well know, is now in the throes of a crushing boycott after their Dylan Mulvaney episode. But as you well know, any war is a series of battles. Very seldom, if ever, that I can remember, was there a war where there's only one battle. You'll have this one, that one, the other one, all combining to make the war. If you think what is happening to Anheuser-Busch and Bud Light is going to be the end of it, for Target and Kohl's department stores, I got two words for y'all. You next. You heard me right. And rightfully so. The department stores, Target and Kohl's, we need to run them out of business. More so than Bud Light. Here's why. What Target and Kohl's are doing is 100 times worse than Bud Light and Anheuser-Busch. It's one thing for grown adults to decide what they're going to do with their sexuality, with their alleged gender, and the whole nine. It's one thing for you to advertise, analyze, attack grown adults. But Target and Kohl's are targeting our children. Have you seen this? Kohl's department store and Target are selling LGBTQ plus MNOP XYZ attire for babies and toddlers. You heard me right. They are pushing this crap on babies. It's one thing if this is what you want to do. It is something else entirely when you are targeting children. Bud Light stock has been falling like a rock. And America, don't let up now. We need to crush these clowns. Let them know we don't need them. They need us. At the end of the day, there's all kind of beer out there that you can drink, those of us who are beer drinkers. And I would surmise there are all kinds of beers out there that taste better than Bud Light. It would be one thing if you had a product that actually tastes good, but here you are with a product that, boy, I wish this was not a family show. I could tell you what Bud Light really tastes like. It is time we show these people exactly who's in charge. Target, not only did Target, pardon the double entendre, not only did Target target babies, toddlers, and children, but they partnered with a Satanist designer to come up with this crap. One of his favorite pieces is the one that says, Satan loves you, and Satan respects pronouns. And you thought it was a good idea to hire this clown to produce merchandise to put in the front of your freaking store? It's time, y'all. We are at a crossroads in this country. It is time. They are making no bones about the fact that they are coming for your children. For someone to make LGBTQ merchandise for 3-month-old babies is sick. It is twisted. It's disgusting. But they will only do this kind of crap if we allow them to. Now we found out this past weekend, the vice president of Target, this clown was on the board of directors for an LGBTQ plus organization that pushed transgenderism on grades kindergarten through 12th grade. So I guess since that's the vice president at Target, it really shouldn't be all that much of a surprise that Target is going down this road. Obviously, they think that 1, you don't care. 2, well, what are you going to do? Shop someplace else? 3, you're too stupid to realize what they're doing right in front of your face. God help you if you have children and you still go and shop at these places. God help you if you have children and you are backing these clowns that are seeking to erase all traces of womanhood and family. Now, the sleeping giant has awakened. Americans of all classifications, all races, creeds, and colors have now seen the light. It is one thing if you, a grown adult, wants to wear a rainbow pride themed whatever. But when you start selling this for 3-month-old babies, it's time, y'all. It is time we drop the hammer on these clowns. Hit them where it hurts, in the pocket. So far, in the last week and a half, Target and Bud Light, they've dropped about $28 billion worth of sales and market share. America has had enough. Take this crap and go someplace else. And you know, watching all of this unfold only reinforces that there's a whole lot more of us than it is of them. See, the media will have you believe, oh, all of America wants this. All of America is embracing the LGBTQ trans community. All of America. No, bruh. No, bruh. It's a whole lot more of us than it is of them. And the only way they are going to respect us as Americans is if we hit them in the pocket. Hit them where it really hurts. Because the only thing that they respect more than pushing their agenda is their bottom line. It's time, America. Summer's here. Bud Light. Let's see if we can't force Anheuser-Busch to have to sell everything they own because they're losing billions by the week. Target, Kohl's, we don't have to tell them anything. Let's show them. Keep your money in your pocket and go and buy your children's clothes from a store that's not pushing an agenda on your 3-month-old child. Enough is enough. Pure and simple. Final break of today's show. We'll get her done, come back, put that big old pretty bow on this puppy, and we wrap up the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show, only on the Pelican. Stay close. Few things in life are as valuable as family and peace of mind, especially when it comes to your final arrangements. And that's where Dignity Memorial can help. Our prepaid funeral plans make sure that your life will be remembered exactly the way you want it to. At Dignity Memorial, no detail is too large or too small. Call Lee or Gretchen Serio at 225-315-6329. That's 315-6329. Dignity Memorial for the peace of mind you deserve.
Every great story starts with the rush of thrilling gaming action. Handcrafted flavors, eager to please. Getaways for some well-deserved me time. And rewards worth bragging about. If it's a story worth telling, it starts at La Berge Baton Rouge. What's your story?
Treads & Care Tire Company announces its new location on Hooper Road in Central. Locally owned for 50 years, Treads & Care is known for quality automotive repair with top-notch customer service. Treads & Care offers the convenience of shuttle service and pickup and delivery of your vehicle. You can also enjoy the comfortable customer area, complete with workstations, high-speed internet, and a complimentary coffee bar.
I'd like to invite you to come out and see us at our new location in Central.
Treads & Care, the tires you need and the service you want.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
Tremonti's has meat. Tremonti's has seafood. Tremonti's has much more. Tailgating and home gating platters. Huge wine and liquor selection. Beer and all the spices you need. Chairman Reserve and Wagyu meats. Ribeye rolls, shrimp rolls, kebabs. 20 flavors of sausage for the grill. Daily lunch specials and game processing. On-site catering also available. Good meat ain't cheap and cheap meat ain't good. Visit Tremonti's.com.
Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready. And health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, call the number on the screen now and speak with a live healthcare consultant. Don't wait. Get the coverage you need now.
Welcome back to the final segment of the Tuesday edition of the Clarence Buggs Show. One of the things that endeared politics to me early in life was the old saying, politics makes for strange bedfellows. Meaning, politics is one of those things where when the opportunity presents itself because of certain situations, you will have people from completely opposite and competing groups come together for a common cause. Politics makes for strange bedfellows. I never thought I'd see this group and this group combining forces. Well, despite all of the turmoil that we see in our country these days, that saying still holds true. I guess I should have labeled this segment, uh-oh, they're going to be coming for you, the cancel crowd. They're going to be coming for you. With all of this illegal immigration happening in our country, and all of it being pushed by Democrats, the group that is being hurt the most by all this illegal immigration are the most loyal Democrats there are. People that look like me. So recently, in the Georgia legislature, Representative Misha Minor, black woman, had finally had enough, saying, quote, every year at election time, I hear Black Lives Matter. But do they? I see every other minority being prioritized except black children living in poverty that cannot read. We'll send $1 million to the border for immigration services, but black communities, not even a shout out. I'm sorry, I don't agree with this. I'm not backing down. Actually, I'm just getting started. Good for you, sister. Good for you. Think about all the billions that we are sending to Ukraine. And in Chicago last weekend, 51 people shot. Care to take a guess? How many of them were black? You already know. You don't have to answer. You already know. But we can spend millions at the border upon millions and hundreds of millions, and you realize who's sending this and who is spending this, do you not? Starts with a D, ends with an S. Democrats. And yet, black folks still voting for them. Well, here's one sister, Misha Minor. The light has come on. Good for you, sister. Good for you. Now, they're going to be coming for her. Oh, Lord, they're going to come for her like nobody's business. Stand tall, sister. Stand tall. Keep telling the truth. Just this morning, had the opportunity to meet a very sharp young lady from Southern University. She's interested in communications. And I told her, Sydney, regardless of what you hear me say, regardless of how you feel about me as a person, know this: I will only tell you the truth. Because by telling the truth, you never have to worry about what you said. You don't have to justify what you said, because it is simply the truth. This black woman Misha Maynor, did nothing more than tell the truth. But rest assured, they're going to be coming for her. They're going to be coming for her. Now, the only question that remains here is, are the black voters of Georgia going to stand behind this sister after she mustered the backbone, the spine, as the old folk used to say, the gumption to tell the truth? That, my friends, remains to be seen. Got to send a very special shout out to Miss Patty McClendon. Bless her heart, watches the show on occasion, has, from what I understand, the most amazing garden. And for those of you that are gardeners, particularly flower gardeners, you know this time of year, oh, it is absolute flower heaven. So she sent this, and of course we have the screen, the bar across the screen. She sent this to me this morning. Miss Patty, love you dearly, sweetheart. Thank you so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is a time in America, y'all, where you might very easily become discouraged. If I could go scriptural on this, I would use from the Bible, let not your heart be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. He will never leave us, nor will he forsake us. But there comes a time, my fellow Americans, where you have to stand for what's right. On every front, we're being challenged. On every front, the media, those on the left, they're trying to convince you that what is wrong is right and what is right is wrong. You know better. And now is the time that you stand up and say so. That being said, my time's up and I gotta go. But you already know the drill. This day, maybe more so than any other day in history, I give it to you. You know what? You are 100% spot on. America, we are not perfect. But for this old boy's money, it's the best there is, and God knows there is no place else on his green earth that I'd rather be. Speaking of the good Lord, you got the email. You got the notice. You know by now that he loves you, and I hope you know that I do too. Best news you gonna get all day, son. There ain't a doggone thing you can do about either one. Take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you soon. God bless.